Failure in feminine boundary settings creates situationships. Hey, I'm Adriana Onabogu, and this is Her Side of the Conversation. I'm a feminine communication and polarity expert. And if you seem to find yourself in situationships, it's not the man, it's you. Because the only person that can allow these things to happen is you. Today, we have a question that focuses on being in a situationship. And if you have a question of your own, I implore you to join me inside the Adree Collective community, where you can get your questions answered right here and inside the group. So let's listen to what the question is for today. And I'm going to make sure that I dive in because I've gotten all of your questions, DMs saying, hey, we want more long form content. And I got you. Okay.
So I keep ending up in situationships, even though I want commitment. I don't understand where I'm going wrong because I'm clear about what I want, or at least I think I am.
Okay. So if you're a woman that feels like you are clear about what it is that you want, yet somehow you keep finding yourself in a situationship, it has nothing to do with clarity, and it has everything to do with what you allow. We can talk all day about what we don't want, what we won't tolerate, what works for us, and what doesn't. But what matters is what you accept. Let me give you a quick story time. So this is embarrassing. Okay. But I was very clear about what it was that I wanted. I think I was 21, 22 years old. And I was in a situationship with this guy who lived out of state. I was in Georgia. He was in North Carolina or South Carolina. We'd known each other from like high school. He was in college. I was doing school online, and I just purchased a home. So this guy, we had like a little crush on each other when we were in school, in high school. And he was with this girl. And they had been together for a while. But at this point, they had broken up. And basically, we started talking. And there was just no doubt in my mind of what I wanted. Mind you, I was a teen mom at 17. So I was really mature for my age because I'd become a parent. I bought a house. I was in a career. Like I was doing all the things. I was very clear about what it was that I wanted. But I found myself in a situationship with this guy for an entire year. And looking back, I realized that the reason I was in this situationship for a year is because although I was clear about what it is that I wanted, I was not clear about what it is that I would not truly accept, truly tolerate. So I would drive to go see him. And when I say this is embarrassing because I was literally putting miles on my car. I was seeing him more than he was seeing me. I think I was calling him more than he was calling me. But I just really, I liked him. And I really wanted him to understand that I was nothing like his ex-girlfriend. Come to find out, his ex-girlfriend is exactly how I should have been. She was kind of mean. She didn't play games. There were certain things that like he would tell me that she would say and do. And I just couldn't wrap my mind around the fact that he was dealing with this or he dealt with it. And it was hard for him to get over her. To me, it didn't make sense because it's like, hey, I'm the clear catch and choice for you, right? No, men don't think the way that we do as women. So I kept giving, kept showing up. I wanted him to see like, I am not going to make things difficult for you. I'm somebody who, I'm independent. I do my own thing. Like, I'm not even looking for you to do things financially. I have that taken care of. I want you to just show up. I just want to feel like a priority. I want you to plan dates. I want you to just be him for me. I want you to spoil me. I want you to love me. I want to see missed text messages of you saying you're thinking about me. That's all I wanted. But because I was willing to wait for him to decide if it was something that he could give me. He was under the impression that what it is that I really wanted from him was not a priority because I didn't make it a priority. Instead of realizing, hey, these are the things that are important to me, but you don't seem to care or prioritize them. So I'm going to remove myself because I don't believe that you're taking me seriously. And I'm not going to fall for your words. I'm going to fall for your actions. I'm going to fall for a combination of both because it was very easy. My love language was words of affirmation. It was very easy to get into my heart back then because I believe that because I didn't have a lot of, words of affirmation said to me growing up, I was so empty. So just saying certain things, making empty promises, those things would get me all the time because I wanted to believe them. But I didn't require him to do what was needed. Instead, I allowed so much room for him to do whatever the hell he wanted to do and not question him when he did it, not question him in a way that would make it clear that I was not okay with it. And why would he believe me? I was still having sex with him. I was still driving to see him. Even if I'm complaining about what I don't like that he's doing, I'm still there. I'm still available. And if this sounds anything like you, this is why you keep finding yourself in situationships. You have to be willing to walk away when you've made it very clear that there's something you need to be in this thing with them. And you pay attention to how they choose to handle or care about whatever that need is. You cannot be so caught up in the idea of being with somebody that you would rather sit and stay and constantly complain about what they're not doing. And I'm tired of having to say this to you, or why don't you do this for me? Or why can't we do this? Now, please understand, this is very different. This is very different than teaching someone how to love you. There are certain things that people are going to naturally do that's different than what you might want. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about you meet somebody and you guys start hanging out and you end up having sex after saying that you only have sex with people you're in a relationship with. You go against what you say. You have sex with him. And now you're trying to figure out what are we and what are we doing because you told him you only do this with people that you are in a relationship with, but he has not specified that you guys are in a relationship. Well, as you can see, you went back on your boundary. You claim to have a boundary and you allowed yourself to bend it. And then you get frustrated when he's not where you are emotionally to want to give you what you want. It does not work that way. If you say that you don't have sex until you're in a relationship, do not have sex until you are in a relationship. And it shouldn't be well, I don't really know what we're doing. Anytime any of my clients or students tell me, well, I don't really know. When I ask them, are you in a relationship? Or are you dating? And they're unsure. It's a problem. It's a problem to not be able to answer a yes or no to, are you guys dating or are you in a relationship? Situationships only happen when there is a lack of clarity on the other person's side because of you. You're saying one thing, but your actions say something else. So now they're unclear of what the hell you're even talking about. Now they don't have a reason to believe anything that you say because you say one thing, but you do another. It's like, I don't accept calls after 9. And every time this man calls you after 10, you answer the phone. Why? Why are we bending on these boundaries? We have to be able to really mean what we say and stand on business. But a lot of times we don't do it because we're afraid that they'll walk away or they might think that we're being unreasonable. You cannot give a damn about that. If you're going to be a woman that sets feminine boundaries, stand on business, period. Because the more that you bend the rules when you think it should be to make him feel special, what it really does is it makes him not take you serious. You're not being a woman of your word. Why would he feel the need to listen to whatever it is your boundaries or your standards are? He doesn't care. He knows that, well, I know she said this, but basically the pattern she's shown me is if I just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, she'll change her mind. And then you'll find yourself dealing with somebody that's your man, but not really your man. And you in your feelings because he has the ability to go do whatever he wants with everybody else while you're at home struggling, dating multiple men because it feels wrong because you've put your loyalty into somebody that has not made you theirs. The lack of clarity is on you because of your actions. You think you're clear about what you want, but your actions show otherwise of what you're really clear on and what you're just accepting. So the next time you're in a situation where you see that you're not getting what it is that you want and you've expressed yourself, it's very important that you express your need, because there's a lot of people out here that's making it seem like you need to treat men like they're mind readers. They're not. When you meet somebody, every person has their own expectation of how this is going to go. Somebody might think, okay, I'm doing this thing casual, so I'm going to see what happens. You might be someone who's more intentional, and doing things casual doesn't work for you. And if something casual doesn't work for you, don't accept casual shit. Don't accept casual behavior. If you're someone that's intentional about dating for marriage, do not match with people online who are not looking for anything serious. Do not be afraid to let people know that you're dating with the intention for marriage. It's about the way you say what you say, but align yourself with people who want the same end result as you. And when you convey what it is that you're looking for in the season of your life, listen to the way they respond. Listen to how they react to what it is that you say that you're looking for, because they will let you know in their words and their actions if they align with what you want. And if they don't align, the moment you accept whatever it is that they have to offer that does not align with what you say you want, whether it's a certain amount of, I don't know, date nights. Like I prefer to go on a certain amount of dates with someone before, I go to their home. If you say that, but then you go to their house on the first date or second date, nobody's going to believe anything that comes out of your mouth. And then you'll find yourself catching feelings, spending time. And then like, oh my God, we never actually had a conversation about exclusivity, but it feels like we're exclusive. So I don't want to give another man my number, but I'm not really in a relationship. These things don't have to exist. It's as simple as meaning what you say, standing on business, and stop wasting your own time. It's not him. It's you. So if you keep finding yourself in situationships, pay attention to the patterns that you're doing. Pay attention to when you bend on your own boundaries. Because the only way someone can have you in a situationship is if you give in before you're supposed to. And especially to somebody that's not worth giving into. By all means, give in to somebody who has shown you that they have the same intentions as you and that they actually want you. Give in to that. That's what you give into. But you don't give in to somebody who is the opposite and is giving you the opposite of what it is that you say that you want. No, ma'am. We're not doing that anymore. If you enjoyed this video and you have a question of your own that you would like answered, join me inside the Adree Collective community. I cannot tell you how many women have had moments where just getting a piece of advice completely changed their love life. Whether you're in a relationship, you're married, or you're single and you're dating, especially if you're dating after divorce. A lot of my ladies that work with me that have gone through a divorce and they get back out there, they get married. They get married because they're listening from a completely different place and they're ready to do something about the information they're getting. So if you're someone who's intentional about just growing and being better in this area, not wasting your time, dating with intention, or if you're in a relationship and you want it to be more intentional because things may have gotten a little mundane or you've started noticing that your husband isn't doing certain things that you want him to do, join the community. Let's have some good conversation. Meet other women who are part of the group who would love to also show you, like, girl, you are not alone. But we have monthly challenges, so many amazing things that will make you feel good about transitioning into a woman who is adored, craved, and that he can be obsessed with. All right. All details will be listed in the description. I cannot wait to answer your next question.